This is The Mud Peddlers, a podcast where two nerdy ceramic artists share the behind the scenes of their worlds of clay. We are your hosts, Lindsey M Dillon.
And I am Donte of Earth Nation. You've never heard me startled before?
I've never heard you startled before.
I startled myself, that's the horrible thing.
You just walked in.
It's because my hand hit a cold bottle, and my brain register is hot and cold at the same time.
Ooh, very temperature.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting it since it's so hot. I'm gonna pull.
Okay. Whew, we're good.
I'll take this jacket off.
Okay. All right. Oh, are we? Oh, recording. Okay.
We are technically recording. All right, guys. Remember to click like or whatever on Spotify, 5 stars, because we're recording in this shed of heat.
Oh, God.
We're doing it for you.
We're doing it for you. Okay, well, first of all, hey guys, welcome back. This is the Mud Peddlers. Today we are, we're back mostly because,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah?
Can I
yeah,
open, let me
yeah,
open,
open the can.
let me open the beer.
Okay, it's not, ooh, that was like animation level of
You
good
like that?
sounds. Yeah, it's not a beer. It's a 0 sugar, 0 calorie, like, fake,
I'm a man!
it's fake water. Okay, yeah, you're a man.
I drink, what do men drink in beer?
Beer?
Which
IPAs.
beer?
Really, really hoppy, bitter IPAs.
IPA is not a hipster beer?
No, that's a hipster beer, but it's like modern man hipster beer.
What's the real man one?
Budweiser? Oh, wait, no. Not anymore, right?
I don't know.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Point being.
It's a Waterloo.
It's a Waterloo.
It's a Waterloo.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're back. I am so sorry, dear friends, because, we basically went on a unannounced hiatus, and there were a couple of y'all who reached out and was like,
For a good reason.
hey, like, are you guys still, like,
You dead?
y'all still around? Like, you good? And so, I am for all of you listeners who were like, hey, like, what is happening? I'm so sorry.
And you don't answer any of your shits.
I don't.
So they messaged me.
Yeah. Honestly, it has been...
It
has been a season of transition, and basically the long and the short of it is that I got a state job.
Oh, she works for the government now.
Oh, yeah, it is, honestly, y'all, like, it's been a little over a month since I've had the job, and which is part of the reason I went on the hiatus, so, like, I don't know, I guess the relatively short summary I can give... Ooh, that sounds so good.
I know, why is it so animated?
So good, it is so animated.
Hear that? You can't hear that.
Ooh, it's fizzy.
Don't
nice.
get turned on.
I'm not.
You're like, ooh.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
just because
fizzy.
it's hot in here. It's like going to be 103 degrees today.
It is very hot
Yeah.
in the sack toe,
Yeah.
as the kids say.
As the kids say.
I just made that.
Yeah, you did. That's okay. You know, we're still cool.
We're still cool.
Anyway, so I guess you could, again, I definitely think about this way more than y'all do, because y'all are just living your lives and occasionally listening to podcasts and hopefully occasionally listening to us. But basically, over the last, year or so, it was April of last year that I decided that instead of trying to go the grad school teaching sort of route, I decided that I wanted to get a state job because my risk tolerance was no longer compatible with being a full-time ceramic artist.
Church.
And so I started looking for a state job. And this last spring, I ended up also getting a job as a barista, again, because my former manager at the cafe I used to work at was opening up his own shop. And it was a combination of like, hey, well, I could use the extra money right now because I've been putting ceramics and all of social media on the back burner because I've been looking for state work. So I was like, hey, I could use the extra money. Also, this manager was like a really, really awesome dude, and I wanted to like kind of be a person that he could rely on as he's opening up his shop. So anyway, so I did that for a couple months, and then I interviewed for this position. I'm not going to tell you what department it's for.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Not
about
today, CIA.
Not today. FBI.
Yeah.
I had to think about the other one.
Ask me why, FBI.
I had to think about it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Anyway.
Instagram's like, turn your location on.
No, Instagram. Don't. Yeah. By the way, if y'all don't know about that, I just looked at that like today, and I saw that there's that maps feature. I'm like, I
didn't want you to know that in the first place.
Yeah. I think it might be turned on automatically. So
it is.
yeah. So double check that stuff, dear friends.
I had to go. Granted, I will. sidebar, they know where you are anyway.
Yeah,
if they were coming after you, you'd be gone.
Yeah, but this
doesn't help.
This is for, I would say this is more about, like, making sure that if you are a content creator, if you, like, we want our privacy. Anyway, basically, so I've had this state job for a little over a month. It is awesome. Like, it literally meets everything that I was hoping for in a state job, where it is, it's walkable to where I live. I don't have to, like, take a bus or light rail or anything. You know, I don't have a long commute. The work is not particularly stressful. Yeah. Like, I'm still learning it for sure, and there's going to be more that I need to learn, but overall it's like, I honestly feel like I'm in school again, but in the best way possible, because I did really well in school. Like, it's the whole thing of, like, point me in a direction and I will go, and I will go 110%. But this is actually, like, it is, like, the first time in so long where, like, the non-ceramics work that I am doing is providing me the mental sanity to actually be more creative. And again, I'm not trying to say that, like, obviously not everybody has to go this route.
No, don't backpedal. Screw the potters.
No.
Don't backpedal.
No, I will. Well, I want to make it really clear that it's like, this was the decision to get the full-time job, and particularly with the state, was based on my own particular life circumstances.
Yeah,
like, other folks, you know, again, other folks can find a way to make it work. This was just for me with what I wanted. So anyway, so it's been really, really nice. Basically, like, I've been kind of taking it easy for this first month that I've been at this new job. So I've been somewhat in the studio, but not, like, every day. So, sidebar, my SAC anime inventory is going to be smaller than it would normally be. But I am already thinking about, like, other projects that I can do. I'm really looking forward to making more, like, I mean, y'all have heard me say this before, more like one-off pieces. But now I'm able to do that and still, like, have a retirement plan and have, like, a decent monthly income and not be so stressed. Like, that's the other thing too, is, like, I'm almost done, I promise. But, like,
take your time.
I'm not, my non-ceramics work is not so stressful or so physically tiring that by the time that work is done, I don't have the energy for other things. And that was one of the most important things that I wanted to make sure was the case when I got a state job.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I think, And, you know, we've been gone for a bit, but we've still been progressing. It's just, it's weird because I feel like some people think I'm, me personally, I was like, you're more of a YouTuber than a potter. And I went through this when I started teaching at my class at Sun City. I went through this whole, like people would look at my Instagram profile and be like, oh, he just makes little cups and bowls all day. So then I made this big fuck off vase. It's like 2-foot artistic type of vase. And it's like, okay, well, he doesn't sculpt. And then I started making these kind of Jack Egan, one of my favorite artists, style, you know, cylindrical things without a wheel. I would just do it in front of him. And then we went through he doesn't make animals because they love making sculpture of animals. And then I made a sheep, like 3 months ago.
You made a sheep?
I made a sheep. I'll show it to you.
Oh my god, I have not seen your sheep,
it was
my
about
dude.
as big as my fist, or my open hand. And then now it's moved to, he doesn't do big animals.
Oh my god. So they're moving the goalposts.
They're just moving the goalposts to find all the
man.
shit I can't do. And I'm just, you know, I told one of them the other day, like, I'm just not into, I said this and I saw the look on their face. I was like, I really don't want a kitchen table full of, like, sculptures of animals I'm never going to sell. And a good 3 or 4 of them were just like, oh, that's us.
Ooh.
And I didn't mean to point that at them that way. I didn't mean to say it in a way that would put them down. But my brain was like, I know where this is going to go. I know I'm just going to make sculptures that I'm not going to sell. And I'm not going to want them. And I'm either going to destroy them. It's going to be for practice. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. That's not what fulfills me as an artist.
Yeah.
I don't like
and not to say that if making animals for your kitchen table is what makes you happy,
if that's
great.
What floats your boat, go for it. I'm not... It doesn't float my boat. It doesn't do that. I like making glazes. I like making geometric shapes and whatnot. The problem is my channel is based off of pottery. So if that's all you see of me, that's all you're going to assume of me.
Yeah.
But often, if you're like, oh, you can't do this, I'm probably going to do it out of spite, to be honest with you.
Just to be like,
I'm not competitive. I am spiteful, though, for sure. Yeah. Oh, which reminds me.
Go.
No,
go.
you go.
Wait, no, you go. You
go!
Okay, yeah. All right. Shit, what was I going to say? Oh my god, it had to do with competition. Oh, yeah, it goes back to the, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, about the idea, You slurp so much.
Oh,
Oh, shit, that glass is broken.
Is it?
There's a big old crack in that thing.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
I was wondering what that feeling was.
Yeah, that's, all right.
Fuck, we ball. Fuck it.
Okay, all right.
Ball.
I mean, it's not in shards, so that's okay. But
if it is, I'm pooping it out later.
Oh,
so.
that's not good. Anyway, it reminds me a little bit of what we were talking about earlier with the idea that, like, what you see on someone's it's a basic thing, but it's like, what you see on someone's Instagram profile or social media profile is not the entirety of what that person is doing. And I think that as I'm going through the transition of, like, being more online, because I mean, I there were a few years there where I think I was pretty good.
It's hard to be online all the time.
Posting, yeah. And it's kind of nice moving away from that. And again, I might move back into it more, but it's kind of nice being like, yeah, I don't, like, ultimately, you know, we are all just mortal creatures. We are all going to live and die. And it's kind of nice to, like, at least for me right now, I am finding a lot of relief in not having to make this part of work with doing social media and living my life in a visible way on social media. It's really nice to have had a bit of a break from that for the last few years. Yeah, it's been interesting.
The political climate's really scarce right now. It's really strange right now. And on top of that, I noticed there's a lot of, and I know we'll touch on this slightly, and I know we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what I'm going to call grandstanding, but I don't think that's the proper term for it, where people will post about social issues, but I notice those same people often spread awareness, but they don't usually do anything about the issues, if that makes sense. Like,
well, I mean, admittedly though, we don't know. I mean, like, I know what point you were talking about based on what we were talking about earlier, but I think it is also a good reminder that, like, you know, you really never know what someone's doing. Even the people
you really
that,
never
like,
know,
yeah, I mean, because someone could be posting about a particular issue.
True.
And maybe they are also doing a bunch of other work behind the scenes that they don't show about. Or maybe someone doesn't post about something at all, but they're doing a lot of other stuff. And then, of course, sometimes...
I prefer that over...
And then sometimes people are not posting and not doing anything about it. So it's like, you never know, but, like, I think it's more about, like, putting the pressure on the people that maybe can make more of a difference. I don't know.
No, for me, those, like, 3 or 4 axioms that you mentioned are... The only one that's irritating to me are the people who, like, talk the talk but don't walk the walk. And you know me, I donate blood, like, every month to 2 months, at least. If I donate as much as I can because they call me and they say, hey, you're eligible again. You regrew your blood. Whatever. I don't know how long it takes. I just know after 4 days I feel good again.
Yeah.
And then after a month or so, they call me. I think it's 2 weeks. They call me back for platelets, and then a month and a half it's for blood. Mm-hmm. But I donate every chance I can get. I donate quite a bit of money, actually, weirdly enough, to... I'm not going to tell you what I donate to, but I donate it because I feel like either way I'm going to get flack for donating to a cause that somebody might be for or against. So I'm just going to say I donate. But I have conversations with a lot of people who will raise social awareness about something, but they often don't take steps to help the cause in which they're trying to raise social awareness about, you know? Like everyone kind of moves at their own pace, yes, but, like, there's a lot of people who complain about littering but aren't willing to pick up any trash, if that makes sense. And I think those are the people that I'm most frustrated with, you know? And granted, to give some leeway, I know everyone's in their own space. I can't say, please donate money to a cause. I don't know your financial situation. But I will say, like, is it like you got clouds up on that hill that you're looking down on me? Like, you know, like, is it wet? Is the humidity wet up there? Or, like, you know?
Yeah.
So, that being said, I want you to look at some new glazes that I've developed.
Yes, because I want to know what's been going on with you, dude.
So, I'm going to Clayscapes in New York. I'm not going to do the accent. I really want to. I'm not gonna.
Oh, what? The New York accent?
I guess.
Is that like...
Everyone I tell I'm going to New York, they're like, hey! And I'm like, I don't think that's real.
Yeah.
I think they talk normal style.
Yeah.
Because I talk to people from New York and they don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not going to do it. But I want you to know I really want to.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, straight up.
So tell the people about what you'll be doing in New York.
So, you remember the mocha diffusion thing that I busted open?
Yes.
So
I also really want to know if you've gotten, like, pushback from that, or what has been the reaction to you.
The reaction has been people giving me pushback, but then because I record everything, and I released a giant blog, and in the blog had all my records and my experiments. they just drop it.
Oh.
What often happens is someone takes a mocha diffusion class, they learn it from someone that they assume is a good, not to say they're not a good artist, but they've been doing it for 20 years, so they must be doing it the only right way, right? Mm-hmm. And then they meet me, who's like, actually, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's not about that at all. Mm. And so they go, nuh-uh, I paid for a class. Mm. It fucking better be the right way. They stand on that hill, you know?
Right.
And then I go, look, I don't really care what you think about me, but I want you to watch these 2 20-minute videos that I made with all my experiments and see what you come back to. Usually within a week, they come back and they go, okay, so you don't need acid whatsoever. And I go, nope, I did it with bleach, with tap water, with Listerine. I did it with my own spit. I did it with 10 different things.
Yeah.
And it's not about acid. Mm-hmm. Acid doesn't work that fast, which is how I knew it was a lie. Mm. The second I saw the reaction happen, I was like, oh, acid doesn't work that fast. It can't, unless it's
unless it's going to be burning through the pot itself.
You're not getting that from lemon juice and Diet Coke and whatever you think is acidic enough. It's not happening. So I'm doing it with water, colorants, and then there's some people who push back and go, well, yeah, but doesn't the acid give you a different effect? And from what I found, no, not really. It's just the amount of surfactant that you have, the amount of water versus it's the viscosity of the substance.
Yeah.
The actual makeup of the substance doesn't seem to really matter with aspects to acid. Mm-hmm. Like having acidic water doesn't really matter versus having just regular old tap water.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it with everything, I'm telling you. Everything.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, listeners, if you haven't seen those episodes, Donte has the videos on his channel, and then we also did a verbal discussion of the topic on our podcast.
Right. And then I also released a video on... Oh, actually, never mind. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I think since that's the most misinformed thing that has been pushed throughout the last X amount of years, and Clayscapes was like, do you want to come over and do a thing? We want to get you in here, you know? Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, sure. They said, what do you want to do? And I was like, people really like mocha diffusion right now.
Yeah.
It's easy. I don't need a lot of setup time. I just need a couple, maybe 10 pots. We can open for questions. Mm-hmm. People can pay to get into an event. Me and you can talk shop behind the scenes about glazes and whatnot. And then we could be done with it. And they're like, yeah. So I was going to do a throwing demo. And then it's like, well, everybody can kind of throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd have to throw some big sectional piece and be there for multiple days to get it done. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Bring out the torch. I don't want to do all that. And then there was a glaze making thing, and I don't really want to teach people how to make glazes beyond a beginner level. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Ceramics Material Workshop has that down.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm not comfortable talking about the chemistry because I feel like the chemistry area is always finding new things about glazes. So anything I say is going to be put dead in the next couple months by new research. But I do know how to put together a glaze, and I'm fairly successful at making glazes and knowing how to treat them.
Yeah.
And I'm making some banger glazes. So if I could teach someone how to put it together and some of the basics of alumina, silica, stole charts, things that the Ceramics Material Workshop has taught me, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. And then for folks who want to really, really get more into it, they can go to Rose and Matt Katz for the...
Yeah, you guys can take their class.
Materials Workshop.
I don't really want to... I'll say this now. I don't really want to enter the field of, teaching people the chemistry of glazes.
That's fair.
Because I think most people just want to know how to put them together, and then above that, people want to know, molar amounts, how to read a stole chart, and then you kind of just need the experience, application, viscosity, specific gravity. That'll keep you good for 5 years. That'll make most glazes work for you. Right? Yeah. The other thing is I've been developing a bunch of glazes, and I've been talking to a couple of companies.
Wait. Before you get into that part.
I'm trying to get there.
I know, but you got to talk about the workshop that you're teaching.
Oh, the mocha diffusion.
Yeah. So we got to. It's called a plug, Donte.
I'm sorry.
The kiln plug.
No, you guys. Okay. All right. Fine. So I think it's October 19th.
Okay.
You can go to Clayscapes. I think it's clayscapespottery.com.
Okay. I will list the the links in the show notes.
And you can sign up for the class, and I'll be there. It's a 1-day workshop. It's going to teach you all about mocha diffusion. And at this moment, I'm just going to teach you how to do mocha diffusion.
That's so cool. So it's just a one day thing. And how long are you going to be in New York?
I'll be there for about 3 or 4 days.
Cool.
I'm going to fly in. We're going to be there. 1 day is going to be workshop. Mm-hmm. Another day is going to be bothering Timsy. Another day is going to be probably just going around Clayscapes and making a video. Mm-hmm. And the last day is probably going to be me talking to Clayscapes about here's all the glazes that I've developed for you over the course of
Okay. Now you can move on to what you're going to talk about.
Okay,
We just had to have an official plug. October 19th.
I think it's October 19th.
Okay, all right. Well, good. Well,
but to be fair, I thought it was 2026 yesterday.
You know, that's very fair. All right. Well, I will list the details in the show notes, and you can also go to Donte's socials.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and yeah, because I saw you post about it, and I was like, yes, brother.
I did post about it on Instagram. I think 4 or 5 people are already signed up so far that people have told me.
Hell yeah!
And I think there's only 20-something spots.
Oh, wow. All right. So, yeah. Hop on it, people.
Yeah.
All right. Carry on.
So the thing that I've noticed about glaze designers and glaze makers in general is that there seems to be generations of them based on the available material. So the previous generation of glaze makers were essentially like boron sluts.
Okay, so like Gersley borate.
Gersley borate sluts. That is what they were. So what they would do is they would take a...
Put that on a mug. I'm a Gersley borate slut.
I'm a GBS. No.
GBS, baby. Hashtag GBS forever. I'm coming in with those early 2000s hashtags. Yeah.
GBS.
Number 4, EVA. GBS.
What is EVA?
No. GBS 4, the number 4, EVA, forever.
No one's gonna get that.
Every millennial will get that.
The amount of people who are potters and the amount of people who know what Gersley borate is within even that sector is I bet if you put 100 potters in a room and you were like, raise your hand if you know what element Gersley borate mainly provides. 3 of them would raise their hand.
Okay, all right. I'm very excited.
But you gotta go. You have to go for the normie. You have to be like pot dealer.
Specifically with that as yeah. All right.
I throw things. Sorry.
Carry on.
So what I've noticed is that the previous generation essentially took cone 10 glazes and they dumped enough boron in them to make them cone 6. Because boron, for us anyway, is just a low temperature glass former. People treat it as a flux. There's some argument about that. Fluxes kind of break things down, right? Boron doesn't seem to do that. It's just a low temperature glass former like silica, but silica's clearly a higher temperature. So all the recipes that companies call me for, not even Glayscapes, and ask me like, hey, what's up with this glaze? They're like, we have to switch to Gillespie borate. We're having problems with Gillespie borate. Right. So we need a source of boron. And I'm like, all right, let me work it around. I give them back a recipe. They do a line test. Usually it's good by 3 or 4 line tests. Right. All the glazes that I'm developing now don't have Gersley borate in them. Nor Gillespie borate, because it's becoming such a problem because the previous generation crutched this mineral that we don't really have widely available except for a couple places now. So much. Yeah. So, with that being said...
Ooh, clinky sounds.
Don't look!
I'm gonna look at all of them!
2 of them are partners.
I'm so excited.
One of them... So this...
And have you already done videos on this, or are the videos upcoming?
The videos... I'll never make a video on this.
Ooh!
So this is a...
Alright, well, my dear listeners, I'm so sorry that this is not a visual medium right now. Carry on. I want to see you so bad.
So this is an oil spot glaze. You're going to have to like turn the light on or put it...
Fuck, dude? That is gorgeous.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Holy shit.
I shot it.
Oh my god. See, okay, so basically what I'm looking at...
Let me put a light on it because it is an oil spot glaze.
Yeah. So basically what I'm looking at, y'all, is it's a shiny, really deep, shiny black, cool black glaze with kind of like micro crystals, like again, like
they're just oil spots.
I know, but I'm calling them micro crystals for in case people don't know what a oil spot is.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah. Fuck, dude. This is so beautiful.
And that's a single glaze. That's not. It's
This is a single glaze.
Most people. So
can I buy some of this off of you for Sac Anime?
You're like my sister. I'll just make it for you.
Oh my god.
So most people need a combination to make an oil spot glaze.
Yeah.
Or at least it's easier to do it and have really good clarity. That one is a single it's like a 4-second dip, 1.5 specific gravity. I didn't ball mill it or nothing. I just blended it.
Dang, dude.
I'm calling it silver spot.
Silver spot, okay.
Just because it has silver little spots.
Yeah.
It's very, 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 very stable. It does not run.
Awesome.
I've tested it at like cone 7. It doesn't run.
Oh my god.
It's good.
Dude, this is gorgeous.
That's one of the ones that I think I'm going to take to Glayscapes and be like, you want this?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of which, a little later I'm gonna have to ask about how Red Lotus has been doing.
Oh, it's good. I think it's good. What I didn't know is that people can buy it, but also distributors buy it, and they use it as well, and I didn't know that.
Oh my god, that's great!
So I thought every time I got a little royalty check from Clayscapes, they would be sending me, like a tiny bit of money, but evidently not companies, but distributors buy enough of it to, like, be okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
And as long as they like it, they keep using it. So my job is to make just good, stable glazes.
Wow. Oh my god, okay, so we've got Donte's Silver Spot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then that's a combo. This is a combo. This is hold on. Metal Garurumon underneath Lumos.
Ooh.
I named my glazes after Digimon. That's a combo.
Pretty. It's like it kind of reminds me of Floating Blue, but like white. It's like brown and blue underneath, and then white, and then it looks like this intentionally runs a little bit, so it's got like that bead at the bottom.
It does run a bit. It has like the full melt thing at the bottom.
Ooh, interesting.
Like, yeah, the glaze is developed. It's matured.
Yeah. Okay, so this is two glazes.
This is my favorite one. This is my favorite example. So you remember my Greymon glaze? That I was pissed about because somebody, like 3 or 4 people So I released it publicly, and then I pushed the wrong button, realistically. I didn't mean to release it. And then I told everybody, hey, I'm going to take it off. I couldn't take it off.
Right.
And then somebody heard I was going to take it off and decided to make a copy of it on their profile. And I was like, oh, you did that just because I said I didn't want it up there. You went against my wishes. And then I want to say about 3 or 4 other people redeveloped it and named it after themselves. I'm not going to say who because I don't want you guys leaving negative. I don't want you bothering them.
Yeah.
But I finally figured out how troublesome water solubility minerals are within the glaze.
Like in terms of lithium?
Lithium carbonate specifically, but I think, this is my theory, is it reduces the functionality of the glaze. It reduces the efficacy of the glaze.
Okay.
So it like makes it less functional, or it makes it less, I think I'm using the wrong word. It doesn't work as well. Okay. Right? And so I redeveloped the entire damn glaze. Mm-hmm. There you go. That is one glaze. Ooh. It's a phase separation. I call it Greymon V2. Ooh. The crazy thing is, that's one glaze. The crazier thing is that...
It reminds me of Floating Blue, but, like, different.
Yeah, but with no cobalt, no Gerstley borate.
No cobalt, no Gerstley borate.
No cobalt, no Gerstley borate. Wow. It's essentially just iron and something else.
That's wild, dude.
Here it is on a 30-minute hold.
What? Oh my god, it's so different.
I know. A 30-minute hold at 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit.
So for some context, my dear listeners, it basically, it runs some, there's like a little bead that's run down, so it moves more, but it turns from like a dark, like, again, phase separation, like Floating Blue-esque kind of glaze.
It's more yellow than it is.
It's more, when it's on the hold, it's like, it's like this yellow with like blue streaks. It's a really interesting color.
It's phase separation, yellow, blue, purple, and a little bit of brown.
Yeah.
But it is only one glaze.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's amazing you can get this with one glaze, dude.
I made these specifically out of spite because somebody was buying, and I'm never releasing the recipe because they pissed me off. Ha! Ever.
Yeah.
If those 5 people would have pissed me off, y'all would have had this recipe by now. For sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, like, I can understand... You know, like, I can understand where you are with wanting to be more protective over your glaze recipes because you, like...
I wasn't this way until somebody started biting off them.
Yeah. I mean, and you with how much work you put into, like... Because I know, like, again, we've talked about before about the philosophy of, you know, being open and sharing information. Yeah. And I think it makes sense. Like, I will always share the recipe, like the glaze recipes that I have because I did not create them. Like, they were given to me, and also they're probably super outdated because they have Gerstley borate in them.
They are pretty outdated.
Yeah. But for the glazes that you have, that you've developed, that you've put a lot of work into, I think that's completely understandable that you would be, that you would be protective over the recipe.
I'm pretty open with my information, too. I make blogs about this stuff, so you can create your own. I release side recipes. I give stuff to my patrons as far as, like, knowledge. Yeah. But the second someone started stealing from my open hand, the hand closed. Yeah. There was someone I was talking to about this on YouTube Live maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was like, well, that's your fault for releasing the recipe publicly. And I was like, that's fair. Where do you get your glaze recipes from? And he goes, oh, I get them from Glazy. And I was like, you son of a bee. And he's like, what? And I was like, you actively tell me not to share my glaze recipes, but you get your glaze recipes from an open source in which people share information freely.
Yeah.
You benefit from the very system in which you criticize.
Yeah, which is more than like, we live in a society. It's more like, like, if you're saying that you shouldn't have released it publicly, but also I use the public resources, like, Anyway.
If you didn't want me to steal from you, then you shouldn't have had stuff. What?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have had stuff to steal in the first place, really.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's absurd. Okay, so with these glazes and with the developing like a glaze relationship you have with clayscapes, what is I don't know, I feel like, okay, since
there's a couple companies who are interested, but Clayscapes is the one that's like been talking to me the most.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
So what are you, I feel like, hold on, how long have we been talking? So I feel like we should use the second half of this episode to talk about, like, broadly speaking, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I would really like to work for a glaze. Like I said before, I know we talked about this before. I would like to work for a glaze company or like be put on retainer. Mm-hmm. Like if Coyote came up to me and was like, just keep developing glazes. We're going to keep you on retainer for like $20K a year. It's not that much, but like you just keep doing what you're doing and then you feed us the information. I would say yes to that immediately. Mm-hmm. Just keep doing what I'm doing for more money and then you get proprietary information off of me. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You get like glaze recipes, my research, all my stuff, like 100%.
Yeah. So you've kind of been doing that with Clayscapes up to this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to some degree, like you've been making, like you made...
Clayscapes gives me like royalties off of the glazes they sell with my name on them. Mm-hmm. And then people buy them and then whatnot. But my job at the moment is... My next step right now is to take a bunch of glazes that I've developed to Clayscapes on this trip and then like ask them like, do you want any of these? Mm-hmm. And then if they say yes, be like, okay. And then from there, if Clayscapes asks me to do a thing, I'll do a thing. I have a good enough relationship with Clayscapes to where if they want me to do something and it's within my bounds, I'll definitely do it. Yeah. I don't mind whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's a world where Clayscapes would be like, you work for us now. I don't know if that's possible. But if they did, I'd probably say yeah. I'd probably say, but I would do that for any, like, if Coyote was like, come work for us, I'd be like, okay. Yeah. Stay in your studio, keep doing what you're doing, just work for us. I'd be like, okay, no problem. Yeah, yeah.
So broadly speaking, what are the different sources of income that you have right now? Like between...
YouTube, Patreon, Clayscapes, job.
Job?
Job. I have a real job.
Sun City.
Yeah.
The where you're teaching.
Yes.
Okay.
Teaching job, YouTube, Patreon, and then Clayscapes, and they all give me little bits of money to where it equals out to like a full thing. I would love to get rid of most of those, and then work like a normal, like glaze engineer job. I remember I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago about like, yeah, thank you for your opportunities, yada yada yada. You've taught me a lot, and they're like, yeah, good luck with Clayscapes, and I was like, it's not just Clayscapes. I don't want to say nothing, but I was like, it's really not just Clayscapes.
In terms
like
of like
three of them.
In terms of like different companies that you've worked with.
Yeah,
because you still have contracts with like Amico, right?
Amico. I'm doing reviews on their new clay bodies and their new velvet glazes. Okay. Yeah, their new velvet spray glazes, which are bangers, by the way. Their clay body is really good. It's just expensive. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's expensive. If you watch the videos, you will see me throw it, biscuit, glaze it, talk about it, and review it. Mm-hmm. And it's like a 30-minute video. And then you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly of it, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want the long and the short of the videos, the worst thing about them, they're expensive and they dry hella fast. Mm. That's about it. They vitrify just fine. They work fine. They attach fine. You can sculpt with them. You can throw with them. That's great. They don't bloat. They do everything they say they're supposed to. They're just
which is important. They're not bloating for a dark clay body.
I think they're using stains. I don't know anything about the clay body, but my Potter chemistry brain tells me, like, you guys are using stains. Most people are using iron oxides and manganese dioxide as, like, a cheap filler to make that color. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they're using a better... They're using stains.
Yeah, which would make sense why they're that expensive.
Why they're so damn expensive. Yeah, the thing to me, personally, is that they have 3 different clay bodies. Mm-hmm. The white chocolate is damn near just a porcelain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, didn't we talk about this a little bit? I feel like we did.
To me, it's just a porcelain. It vitrifies at cone 6, right? It turns really white.
Mm-hmm.
It feels really good. It doesn't feel like porcelain. It feels kind of like a smooth stoneware.
Oh, interesting.
Right? And then there's milk chocolate, which
Mm-hmm.
is the darker version of it.
Mm-hmm.
My conspiracy theory, I don't know this for sure. My conspiracy theory is that they just took the white chocolate one and added stain to it, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took the milk chocolate one and added stain to it, and then that's dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're all kind of the same price.
Yeah.
My conspiracy theory is that the production value on milk chocolate and dark chocolate are so high, they had to move some of that price tag over to the white chocolate. Because otherwise, like, why am I paying that much money for white clay that vitrifies?
Right.
Because that's just porcelain in my brain.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, that'll be cool to see when you make those videos, and just to kind of, just give people a chance to check it out. So
I've made about 2. We're working on the 3rd one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Takes a long time, though.
I bet. On that note, do you think there's ever a world where you pull back from your social media, or does that intrinsically feel still really important to you?
I feel like that's where I communicate with the majority of my community, is on my Discord and my Instagram mostly.
Yeah.
And my Facebook. That's the 3 places that I really go to. And then YouTube is for like the big stuff. I did a video on wiping off your bisque before you glaze.
Yeah.
And that blew up pretty large.
Hell yeah, dude.
Really, it got viral almost.
Oh my god.
Viral for the pottery world.
Yeah.
And a lot of people... I got 2 responses. I got people who were like... No, 3 responses. I got 3 responses. I got people who were like, I flipping knew it. My teacher's been telling me to wipe off and dunk my bisque in water before I glaze, and my colors haven't been coming out right, and then I did what you told me to do, and now my colors are coming out way better.
Yeah.
Right? And then I get people who are like, I don't really believe you. And I go, you don't have to believe me, just try it. It'll take you 1 week to test out. Get 2 extra pots from your studio, some leftovers, whatever you do, and just dunk one in water or wash it off really well with water, and then glaze them the same exact way, and you'll see. You'll see. Then a couple weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, way better color.
Yeah.
And then the third party is usually like, no, I just don't believe you. And I'm like, you don't have to believe me. I just want you to do the tests.
Yeah.
Don't believe me. Just try it out. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's the whole thing with me. Don't believe me. Just try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, continuing with increasing the...
Sorry.
Don't make those faces.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're gonna make me do it too. Okay, so continuing with, like, developing different glazes, working with different companies. Ideally, dream job would be, like, being hired on as a specific glaze developer.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it? Yeah.
I think in the next year or 2, a company is going to try and put a ring on it.
Ooh, I hope so.
And, like, I don't
Yeah.
I don't know how important glaze is to the pottery world as far as like developing and whatnot, but I noticed that the really good companies have 2 or 3 nerds in the background like me who know enough about glaze chemistry to constantly develop things and make sure that, like, they are not using certain minerals, and that they're using cheaper minerals, and they're using the right ratio of things and making it more efficient, making a whole glaze line off of one base. And there's some companies that don't.
Yeah.
And if they don't have that, they're just working off of old recipes that they've had.
Which is fine until we have a big paradigm shift, like, you know, the...
Tariffs.
Yeah, oh my
Tariffs,
god, yeah.
Your NEFSI does come from Canada, I believe, and that's... Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing.
And NEFSI is one of the better ones. Yeah. But yeah, like, a company will often call me up, like, once every 2 months, be like, hey, we heard you redeveloped glazes. Can you look at our recipe? And then I'm just like, Jesus Christ, it has so much Guernsey borate in it. And they're like, yeah, that's our problem. We don't really have that anymore. And it's really hard to get it. And the only company that seems to have it is like Laguna, and they're charging a premium price for it because they bought up a bunch of it before. And I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah.
And we can't buy it from Laguna because they bought it from someone else, and then it's more expensive, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it makes sense that the how do I say, the consulting that you are... That sounded so nice. Like, I can see the appeal of being, like, a consultant, which is kind of like what you are right now.
Yeah.
But also, again, as someone who values stability, if someone puts a ring on it, then you get that much more stability in terms of your income, and then you don't have to worry as much about maintaining those multiple income streams, even though it sounds like you're interested in maintaining, like, your social media because it fulfills an intrinsic value for you, which is
For my
like community. Yeah, for the
Yeah.
community. And yeah, and I kind of feel like for myself, like, I mean, again, it's really interesting being in this spot where I am right now, because I kind of feel like I'm going through a big reevaluation of like what is intrinsically valuable to me. And I really don't know what it's gonna look like. Like, I think what I'm excited about the most right now is getting to explore a bunch of stuff. Like, not even just ceramics necessarily. Like, there's been so many other projects that I want to get more involved in. And there's a part of me that thinks that once because again, I've only had this new state job for like a little over a month. And there's a part of me that wonders if I will end up re-experiencing that need, or not even need so much, but that desire to share what I'm doing as a way of showing other people that like, hey, yeah, like you can do this too, kind of a thing. Like, because again, as we've discussed before, like you came at social media very much from the aspect of like, I want to educate people. Like,
I want to try it.
Yeah. Because arts education funding is getting cut, so you're like, I'm gonna teach people what the funding is not making available to teach anymore.
Yeah, that was essentially my entire mission. Was my government's not gonna do it with my taxpayers' dollars. They're gonna do everything but that. Then I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and I think for me it was more along the lines of like, I understand that this is necessary from a marketing point of view and the development of my business and my ability to have a ceramics business. Means that, like, I mean, to have a business where you sell stuff, you have to have people who want to buy your stuff. And then it ended up becoming, like, the feedback that I ended up getting from my social media was, like, people appreciating, like, oh, like, thank you for sharing this information. Like, it was inspiring, or it helped me, like, learn how to do this thing. And so that became valuable. But then the amount of work that it was taking, made it less enjoyable. So I think I'm really, where I feel like I am right now, just generally in my life, is kind of like, a lot of things are changing all the time. Like, God knows if we will even have a democracy in the next 5 years, And so kind of where I am with a lot of things is like, I'm going to just experience things and observe how I experience those things, reflect on how I experience those things, and then take action based on that reflection. And how that, I think, will manifest with ceramics and just with my creativity in general is like, I just can't wait to be able to continue to explore the things that I have been wanting to explore but have not been able to for financial reasons or for just stress reasons, or just being physically exhausted from like working at the cafe. It's like, so I think so for things at SAC Anime, for instance, since that's coming up pretty soon, one of the things that I've been considering doing this year, because, and again, don't get your hopes up. This may not happen because I still don't know if I'm even allowed to do this. But what I've been thinking about doing is, because I will have a lot less inventory, because again, I've been prioritizing getting a state job for the last, these last, the prep time that would normally be like production time. So I'm going to have a lot less inventory generally, but I want to have in these next couple weeks before the convention, I want to make a few one-offs, kind of do some experimentation, have the first couple days primarily focused on, what conventions are normally like. And then I thought about, well, hey, maybe on Sunday I could like bring my pottery wheel in and do some demos at the convention.
Yeah, if enough pieces are sold, that's what happens to me too, where I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Got something to do.
And I think that could be a really fun way to, I don't know, just like bring something that feels valuable to me. Like that could be fun. Like, cause how often, like, and of course, like from a marketing perspective, like, yeah, if I'm the only one there who has a wheel, I mean, of course, I actually really want to invite both you and then, Aaron, who, if you don't follow, Dirty Panda Ceramics, you should go give them a follow. But like, I think it'd be really fun to like, again, highlight ceramics in the convention space, because it is something that is unique and different, and it could be a really fun way to highlight our art form and possibly get other people interested in it. I don't know. that's kind of what's on my plate for the next, 6 months or so, is just kind of adjusting and trying to give myself some grace with like not trying to predict what the future is going to hold or what my own life will look like, because things are changing and I don't know.
Can I be toxic for a second?
Sure. Okay.
I like showing people ceramics, and then I like when they get into ceramics because I like their first month or two on the wheel because they start to realize how flippin' hard it is. And I love seeing that snap in their heads. Like I love them being like, this looked so easy when you did it.
Yeah.
Like you just leaned into it and it worked out for you. And I'm like, yeah, but it took like a couple years to learn how to do the one thing. And so when I teach my classes, I often tell, somebody will often be like, hey, I want to try the wheel. And I go, okay, yeah, let's try the wheel. And I try to preface every class with like, I'm going to teach you how to center for the first couple months or so. I'm going to teach you how to cone up and down, how to open. And then hopefully within 2 months, you'll learn how to pull a cylinder. Yeah. Because I only have like 3 hours with you once a week. Yeah. And unless you're practicing by yourself.
That's not a lot of time.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you're practicing by yourself, right? And then, I know for most of us, it's like, yeah, you just do this, and it's done. But there's people who just don't have that mind-muscle connection. There's people who have really long nails, and so you got to teach them a different way to throw. Yeah.
Honestly, like, everyone, like, there are some folks that do have a baseline like easier time with it. Yes. But everybody's different.
Everyone's a little bit different.
Yeah, and honestly, I sucked at the wheel the first time. Like just because, like, how do I say? Like, even if you have a natural aptitude for it, if you don't have that natural aptitude, that doesn't mean that you're going to be bad at the wheel. Like, I did not have a natural aptitude for the wheel. Like, it took a lot of training.
I almost quit, and then somebody made fun of me, and then the petty gene kicked in.
Oh, there you go.
And that was that. But yeah, I love seeing like, this is hard! And then I'm like, yeah, it is. It's gonna be hard for the rest of your life. Yep. It's gonna get a little easier, but even when it gets easier, you're probably just making things that you already know how to make, if that makes sense. So like, usually people who are like really, really good at one form, I go, yeah, they've been doing that form probably for quite some time. Yeah. And so they're really good at that one thing. But for the first couple months in which they were developing that one form or style, it probably sucked for them. Yeah. And then they figured it out and wrote it down in a book somewhere, and, like, you kept that form. But
it's very much like growing up in general. Like you, it kind of reminds me of, I've probably mentioned this parallel before, but it's like, whenever you play D&D or something, it's like, you start out level 1, you're killing rats in a basement with your bare hands and and excitement. You're here for the adventure.
The rats are kicking your ass.
Rats are kicking your ass. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then, you get to like, level 12, 13, 14, and it's like, yeah, you could, smash those rats in a hot second, but you're not dealing with rats anymore. You're like dealing with gods and shit at that point. Like, level 20, you are a god, and then you got all kinds of shit to worry about. And I feel like ceramics is kind of like that too, where it's like, the nice thing is you can, the more you learn, the easier it is to kill the proverbial rats in the basement. Yeah. But then you start going, wait, but why is my glaze doing this? Right. And then you go, and then if you choose, again, depending on what you're interested in, you choose your, oh my God, we should have a...
No. Yes. I see where it's going.
Yes. We should have not necessarily a D&D session, but I think it'd be really fun to set up a class system.
A pottery skill tree.
A pottery skill tree and a pottery class system. Like you've got the glaze chemist. You've got we have to do it. We have to do it, Donte. Maybe, okay, dear listeners.
I'll make you a deal. If you do it, I'll take credit for it.
Oh, great. Love that. Yeah. Love that for us. Okay.
Historically speaking, it's gone pretty well. Historically speaking, women doing the work and then men just being like, I did that. It's gone pretty well.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, dear listeners, since it is about time for us to wrap things up, send us in what you think a class should be for ceramics. Like not...
Don't put in pothead. You're not funny.
No, put in pothead. Do it, but then also put in something else, because there's going to be like more other people who put in pothead.
There's going to be a lot of people who put in pothead.
Yeah. Okay.
Or all right. Don't put in like dealer. Think outside the box is all I'm saying.
All right. Send us those things. Send
them to Lindsey.
Send them to me. And I'll try and look at them. I'm really trying to not make promises that I can't keep.
If you send them to me, I will look at them much faster.
Yes.
But I won't want them. Lindsay will want them. She won't look at them.
Yeah, that's the
dichotomy here.
Yeah, that's kind of, I struggle with that because
she won't look at them.
That is actually one of the things. Okay, little side note, listener. One of the things that's kind of amazing about working at the state job too is like it's reminding me of the skills that I have somewhat developed over the years in ceramics and just in my life. But I realize there's a lot of stuff that I don't take time to sit down and do because it is not time spent actively making product that I can sell on the wheel. But if I just sit down and take the time to answer your messages that you are so kind to send me, I just have to acknowledge that that's just going to take some time. But it will be easier to do that now because I am not bound by my production output to whether I can pay rent.
My wife has a bit of anxiety about doing things sometimes. And I don't have that bone in me, right? So my brain goes, well, if I'm anxious about doing the thing, the way I make that anxiety go away is by doing the thing. And if I do the thing, it's a problem solved. Once I solve the problem, I don't no longer have anxiety about it, right? It's like, oh, I'm anxious about meeting this person. Once I meet that person, it goes away.
Yeah.
Right? I know lots of you don't have that in you, but just imagine doing the thing, and then the thing doesn't have to be done anymore. Yeah. And then you don't have to think about doing the thing because it's done. I know. I'm listening to you. I hear you screaming at your radio or whatever you're listening to right now. I have a thing that does not have anxiety. I get it. I get it. Just try it. Just try it. Try your best. Everyone's doing their best.
Just do your best.
But
as someone who is incredibly...
Every time. For the last 300 years, Lindsay. Yeah. Your phone is always... She's had phones before they're invented. Don't ask about it. It's because she works for the government now.
I don't have a government phone, thank God. My job is not that spicy.
They track the hell out of us.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, you know what, y'all? Just do your best. Send me if you can accept the fact that I'm not gonna look at it. I won't read your message for a while, or I'll try and read your message okay, if you can accept. All right, here's the thing, listener. Hear me out. I'm gonna do my best. And I'm going to try and get to your messages. You know me well enough, dear listener, by this point, that it may not happen. And if you are okay with that, I'm okay with that.
Babe,
and if you decide to send those ceramics classes to me anyway, and you can acknowledge that we're all just doing our best.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, if you can do that and I can do that, then I think we're all okay because we're all human and that's all right. And we're all just
send it to me. She's not going to look.
No, I will. No.
Just send it to me.
No, send it to me because you don't want it.
And I'm going to hate it. But at least I'll read it.
Okay, what if maybe send it to Donte and then Donte will send it to me.
No, you won't look at that either.
Yes, I will. I look at your messages.
You take 1,000 years.
I look at your text messages.
We have to make a train system. Yeah. To get it from the follower to Instagram to my phone.
That's too much for
putting it to you.
Yeah, no, you put in too much work already.
We have to have a freaking Ouroboros of cycling.
Send it to me, friends.
She's not going to look at it.
I will.
She's not going to look at it.
I'll try. You know what? I'll tell you this. I'm going to do my best.
You're going to try and not do it.
You're so mean to me.
I'm sorry.
And that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Mud Peddlers. We would love to hear from you, so if you want to share your thoughts about the episodes or just see what Donte and I are working on in our studios, come say hi. You can find links to my social media at lindseymdillon.com. That's LINDSEY, M as in monster, DILLON.com.
And you can visit my pottery shop or see what I'm working on at earthnationceramics.com. And you can find me all over social media at Earth Nation Ceramics. It's spelled exactly how you think it's spelled.
And if you want to support the show, hear some bonus episodes, and see some behind the scenes of my work, you can support me and the show at patreon.com/Lindsey M Dillon. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.